Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to episode 8.
That's insane.
I know. It feels like it hasn't been that many, but also feels like a lot. Anyway. So, this week we are talking to you about, just in light of the holiday, New Year's Eve traditions across the world.
We're going to talk a little bit about traditions, a little bit about food. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited about it. New Year's is kind of special to me anyway because New Year's Eve is my birthday.
Yeah, so we're recording this a little bit early so she can properly celebrate her birthday.
By properly celebrate, we honestly mean that I'm going to probably sit on my couch. I may get out for dinner,
fine.
but that's it.
That's totally fine. You're not having to worry about coming and recording.
I mean, I wouldn't hate having to come and do it, but...
You don't want to come hang out with me.
No. I mean, let's be real. You've come to my house on New Year's past couple of years, I think.
Yeah, that's been alright. I hear somebody meowing. Alright, so I'm going to start off and just talk about just different... I've got like 6 or 7 pages of different traditions from just all different parts of the world. So, for instance, like some countries, they make a bunch of noise. So like in Thailand, it was once a tradition to fire guns to frighten off demons.
Is that why people shoot guns randomly in the country?
I don't know. I thought it was just because they were crackheaded.
Your neighbors?
My neighbor.
Oh, pop, pop.
Not all of them are, but a good number of them. Anyway, so in China, firecrackers rooted the forces of darkness. That's how it was said on the website. Which, by the way, I didn't even say my sources. GoodHousekeeping.com, TheCultureTrip.com, and TheAlmanac.com are my sources for this week. I can get behind this one from Denmark. They throw plates and glasses against each other's front doors to banish bad spirits.
What?
Yeah.
Plates and glasses.
Plates and glasses.
I mean, we be hitting up the Goodwill.
For sure. Have you ever been down the glass aisle at Goodwill?
Absolutely.
It's terrifying. Because those shelves are probably not the best on a good day. And I'm afraid to breathe on them. In the early American colonies, the sound of pistol shots rang through the air. I don't know why, but that's probably where our countryside gunshots came from.
Probably. I wish you guys could have seen the look of realization that hit her face when she said, "That's probably why."
That's probably why. It started way back in the colonizer days. And now here we are. Crackheads. In Ecuador, it's a tradition to burn effigies of famous people to destroy bad juju from the past year and start fresh.
Nice.
And of course, in the United States today, many people watch the ball drop in New York's Times Square. When did that become a thing and how did that become a thing? I should have looked into that a little bit more because I was like, why do we watch a ball fall? We all count down for it. Isn't it kind of weird to think about?
I mean, you know what just dawned on me? We watch a ball drop and it's Dick Clark's rockin' New Year's Eve thing.
Is it still called that?
I don't know, but it used to be. But like,
did you hear who's
still
hosting New Year's this year?
Is it Miley and Dolly?
Yes.
Girl,
I'm so excited.
I love Dolly.
We around these parts worship Dolly Parton.
So much so that so
if that woman come up and stabbed me, I'd be like,
I'd thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. Thank you for stabbing me. But, like, so much so. 2022 has taken so many amazing people. And so, like, back in, like, during, all right, so we're in, you know, college football season, whatever. So Tennessee was going to play Alabama at Tennessee. And then you've got, like, your college game day in the mornings where they do, like, they interviews and talk and whatnot. And they always have a celebrity guest picker to pick, like, what teams are going to win that day. Mm-hmm. And there was talk that they were trying to bring Dolly on. Yeah. And I was like, you leave her alone. Because we don't want her to come out into public to do this. Leave her alone.
All right. In other countries, many folks wait for the church bells or the chimes of clock towers to ring out at midnight.
Can we talk about the way you just said folks? Folks. Tell me you're from Wisconsin. Your family's from Wisconsin.
Well, I also work one-on-one with a lady who's from up north, and I picked up the word folks from her.
Folks.
Because I don't think I ever said it before. So for drinks, there is a punch-like drink named after the Gaelic term for good health, which I'm not even going to pretend to know Gaelic at all, but it's Wassail.
Wassail, yeah.
Wassail. And it is served in some parts of England on New Year's Eve. A spiced hot pint is the Scottish version of wassail. And traditionally, the Scots drank to each other's prosperity and also offered this warm drink to neighbors along with a small gift.
There's a cat stealing a rug underneath this door over here.
I'm not surprised. I am not
sure. I mean, the rug is gone.
There it goes.
Get it, podcat.
In Spain, cava, a sparkling white wine, is often served to guests for making toasts. And popping champagne, which is primarily an American tradition from what I found.
Popping bottles.
To ring in the new year is really, really common. I personally think champagne is so gross.
I do too.
It's dry. I don't know why so many people celebrate with it. I think because it seems fancy.
Something. Remember that nasty champagne that we drank at my wedding?
Oh, yeah, because that was when I discovered that I absolutely do not like champagne.
Same.
And there's gift giving. So, gifts of gilded nuts or coins marked the start of the new year in Rome. Eggs, the symbol of fertility, were exchanged by Persians. Early Egyptians traded earthenware flasks. And in Scotland, coal, shortbread, and silverware were traditionally exchanged for good luck. And then, let's see, things that some cultures wear. In the Philippines, revelers apparently try to eat circles, so like grapes and stuff. But they wear them too. So they'll wear polka dots on December 1st in the Philippines. And in Brazil, everyone wears white for good luck and peace. Personally, white on me, as soon as I put it on, it's dirty. I don't even have to do anything.
Also, I feel like, well, like a white shirt is fine, but like white pants makes your ass look wide. Not yours personally, but mine. And generally, that sounded awful. I'm real sorry.
Oh, no, because I was going to say, like, it's exclusively black pants for me, because...
Or jeans.
I don't need any help. I don't know what happened to me at some point, but jeans, I don't wear them anymore. I have like 2 pairs of jeans.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know that I have seen you in jeans in a long ass time.
Yeah, I have 2 pairs of jeans that I wear. One that I've worn more frequently as of late. But the other one, no, because I have a hard time keeping them up. Anywho, So, just some other random customs. On New Year's Eve, you kiss the person you hope to keep on kissing.
Sweet.
But if you don't have anybody to kiss, the Irish believe that if you put a sprig of mistletoe or holly or ivy under your pillow on December 31st, you'll dream of your future partner.
Aw, I've never heard that before.
Me either. And
that's sweet.
Really sweet.
If anybody needs mistletoe, I have some in one of my trees in my yard. You just got to climb real high to get it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If New Year's Eve night wind blows south, it betokeneth warmth and growth.
Okay.
For abundance in the new year, fill your pockets and cupboards today. So on your birthday, go grocery shopping. If the old year goes out like a lion, the new year will come in like a lamb. I like the thought of that.
Yeah, so like if this year sucked ass,
oh, shit.
Then next year's going to be fucking fantastic.
Right.
I mean, I'm not trying to put it out there in the universe because, like, it's not been an easy year. It's not been an awful year, but it's not been an easy year.
It could have gone smoother.
It could have.
Oh, they couldn't. So I saw some pretty devastating news today. Betty White's house.
Don't hurt my feelings.
It was sold for $10 million, and they tore it down. They tore it down.
So, backstory on why she brings up Betty White when referencing New Year's and New Year's Eve. So, Betty White died was it on my birthday last year?
So, yeah.
And me and my family were in Gulf Shores, Alabama, having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
It's my birthday. I get a phone call and I'm like, oh, my bestie's calling to wish me a happy birthday, even though she's already told me today. And I answer the phone. She says, what are you doing? I said, well, right now I'm shopping. She said, oh, you're not sitting down? I said, no. She said, Betty White died. I said, on my fucking birthday, you couldn't give me today. You couldn't give me a day.
I have a really bad habit of doing that. Like, if I see, because usually, like, when I'm at work, sometimes I'll have, like, free time. Or, like, while I'm waiting for a heat press to pop up, I'll get on Facebook, so I usually see it first. And I'll text her, and I'll be like, so-and-so died.
She's the harbinger of death.
Alright. Let's see. Begin the new year square with every man. So, you pay your debts.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but I don't think that's going to ever happen.
No, I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with that kind of monies between now and then.
Also in Brazil, if you head to the beach, you can increase your luck by heading to the water and jumping over 7 waves. You get 1 wish for each wave. So think up your wish list before heading into the water.
I wished I had known that last year.
Yeah. To the Greeks, onions are a symbol of good luck and fertility. Because when they sprout, even when no one is paying attention to them, because they sprout, even though nobody's paying attention to them.
I mean, the thought of, I realize that fertility could mean so many different things.
Oh, yeah. It means, like, either having a baby or having money. Yeah. Getting more money, becoming more financially stable.
My luck, it would come back as baby, and I want zero part of that.
Yeah, me, same. But the Greeks on New Year's Eve will hang bundles of onions above their doors as a means of inviting that prosperity into their homes. And on New Year's Day, parents also wake up their children by gently bonking their kids on the head with the onions that were outside.
Wake up, bitch. You smelling onions.
In Denmark, people stand on their chairs and leap into January at midnight to bring good luck and banish bad spirits. Just look before you leap so you don't end up breaking the chair or starting off 2023 with a bruised shin. In Austria and Germany, there are a few lucky symbols that you can gift to friends and family to bring them good fortune, and these include pigs.
Don't bring me a pig.
Solid. Mushrooms, clovers, and chimney sweeps. You can buy little tokens of these lucky charms at a Christmas market, or get edible ones made out of marzipan. You get a little...
Get an edible pig in the form of bacon.
Fair point. Let's see. Oh, and in Walloon and Flemish farmers in Belgium make sure that everyone gets in on the festivities of New Year's Eve. So they rise early on January 1st to wish a happy New Year's to all the cows, horses, pigs, chickens, and other farm animals. That way they'll have a good farming year.
Aw.
I thought that was really sweet.
I love it.
And then while there are a lot of countries that have food-related traditions, Ireland's most interesting tradition doesn't even involve eating. They bang Christmas bread on the walls of their homes, and it's supposed to chase any bad spirits away from the house to start the new year off with a clean slate. It says a good house tidying, presumably after the bread banging, is also an Irish tradition. So you clean after you beat the walls.
You clean after you bang.
Let's see. It's a common superstition that opening the doors and windows will let out the old year, and the new year is unimpeded. So it says, let's hope this old year goes out as quickly as possible so you don't let all the warm air out with it. In upstate New York, they sell special peppermint pigs all throughout the holiday season, and everyone gets to take a turn at hitting it with a special candy-sized hammer and eating a piece for good fortune in the coming year. The peppermint is very strong, so they recommend only taking a small piece, and at least you'll start the year with fresh breath. Very considerate. Oh, I know why I picked this one, because I was like, what? Certain countries, especially in Latin America, believe that the color of your underwear can bring good things to you in the next 12 months. Yellow is for luck, red is for love, and white undies bring peace. So get your whitey tighties out.
What happens if you don't wear undies, though?
You just shit out of luck. It says, and for heaven's sake, make sure they're clean.
Up.
Let's see. Is that cat?
She's trying to get the rest of the rug.
In Puerto Rico, they believe that dumping a bucket of water out the window drives evil spirits away. If that seems a little too unfair to the people who might be passing by, Puerto Ricans also sprinkle sugar outside their homes to invite good luck in. So, what was it?
That sounds like it's inviting ants to come in.
Exactly. I was going to say, last week we talked about salt. And
Yeah.
this week, or maybe it was a couple of weeks ago. This is getting a bit much. I don't know.
The last time we recorded,
you might remember that we mentioned salt a little while back.
It was on the Cursed Objects episode.
That was like 3 episodes ago.
No, it was 2. Because we just released Krampus, and Cursed Objects was prior to that.
You're right. But anyway, now we got sugar. That's where I was going with that. In Ecuador, the bad parts of the old year are turned into effigies and burned. People make sawdust-filled dummies out of politicians, pop culture figures, and other characters, and then burn them at midnight as sort of a cleansing ritual. For extra good luck points, participants try to jump over the flames 12 times, once for every month. Sounds dangerous.
That does sound dangerous, especially if there's been alcohol involved.
Yeah. Since the early 1900s, it's been a tradition to start off January 1st by submerging in freezing cold water. A ritual known as the polar plunge. Often participants with a high tolerance for the cold use the chili dip as an opportunity to raise money for local nonprofits. And we're having one locally.
Yeah.
It would have been the 21st by when you're hearing this, but no thank you.
Right.
Especially not in the Cumberland River.
The Scumberland. I just want to know. I've always been curious about those. Like, I'm not here for it because I don't like being cold, even in the slightest. But, like, being cold as a woman is shit. But, like, does a man's organ ever come back after that? Like, does it just become an innie at that point?
know. That's not a question for me. I don't have one.
Let us know.
Yeah, if you
don't get us banned off of Facebook or anything, but like
email us at wanderersofweird@gmail.com and answer that question.
We need to know this for science purposes.
Yes, it's only for science. In Russia, champagne gets an extra ingredient on New Year's. Revelers write down a wish on a piece of paper, burn it, and add the ashes to the drink, and then bottoms up. That seems gross. Honestly, that does seem very Russian. Gross. Anyway.
Not that Russians are gross.
No offense if you're an American living in, or if you're a Russian living in
America. I mean, even if you're a Russian living in Russia that speaks English and is listening to us, because I mean, we're global.
That's true. I doubt it, but
well, I mean, technically, our reach is global now. Whether or not we have any global listeners, no. But maybe one day.
I'm sorry if you just heard that. I tapped the mic a little.
Oh, whatever. I've been struggling to open this bottle over here, so y'all probably been hearing some noises over here too.
The pieces of confetti fluttering through the streets of Buenos Aires around lunchtime on December 31st appear celebratory, but the explanation behind the custom is much more practical. The Argentines shred all their old documents and papers before the curtain falls on the year to symbolize leaving the past behind. It's hardly the most hazardous thing flying out of windows around the world on New Year's, though. And as I mentioned earlier, many Latin American countries are fond of throwing buckets of water, and South Africans deposit their old furniture onto the street from great heights.
That sounds dangerous.
I want to see it, though. Like, I want to be, like, on a first, or maybe even a top floor.
Just watching?
Just watching.
That sounds like a Looney Tunes episode.
It does. The Finns are able to see into the future, and it looks a little something like a melted piece of metal. The Nordic tradition involves melting a small horseshoe for luck, then tossing the molten metal into a bucket of cold water where it rehardens into a warped shape that predicts your fortune for the year ahead. Bubbles? That means money's on the horizon. Does the tin break in the water? That's not good. You don't look good either.
That wasn't good.
And lastly, I'm going to talk about Hogmanay and the strange Scottish customs that accompany it. The legend goes that a strapping man is meant to rock up your front door at midnight carrying whiskey, coal, shortbread, and a black bun, which is a fruit cake, which honestly, you only give that to people you don't like.
My dad loves fruitcake.
That's disgusting. And the tradition continues today, with the first person to cross the threshold of a home in the new year bearing gifts. There's also plenty of fire derived from pagan influences. Edinburgh's torchlight procession on the 30th of December fills the streets of the capital with a sea of light, while locals in Stonehaven spend their Hogmanay parading through the streets wielding enormous fireballs. And that is what I have. It seems like the perfect time to toss it on over to you. You look like you're in pain.
Decisions have been made dealing with the consequences of...
Me too, because I'm lactose intolerant and I had pizza for lunch.
I'm prepping for the next episode that we're going to record, and it's not... Whoo! I'm hurting. That was not a good choice. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, if I can do it without gagging, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some New Year's tradition foods. My sources for this are history.com and commonthreads.org. So basically, to add a little bit of what traditions that you talked about, I just kind of want to talk about like traditions that my family kind of participates in. Mm-hmm. Do you guys do any like special special New Year's traditions? Mm-hmm. So like I've always heard what you do on New Year's is, what you're going to be doing all year. So like if you're just chilling at home, then
that's pretty much what I like to do is just chill at home.
You don't want to do laundry. This is a big one for me. Don't do laundry on New Year's.
I've heard this.
I've heard multiple reasons because that's part of, that's what you're going to be doing all year. But like, also, you're flushing away the good luck.
That makes sense.
I'm still struggling, guys. I'm sorry. So traditional foods. Some of these are, stuff that we here in the South specifically do. Well, maybe not specifically, but like it's Southern type stuff. Yeah. Eating some kind of pork. I personally prefer and love hog jaw. Yeah. Absolutely love hog jaw. It's a pain in the ass to cook. I feel like I need a hazmat suit to do so. But it is so good. It's one of my favorites. That originates from the behavior of the pig. They bury their snout and move forward and not backward. So that's why you would do that. Yeah. Black-eyed peas for luck. Ugh. I love black-eyed peas. Nasty. Love black-eyed peas. That's an African-American history type thing. Newly freed slaves would make dishes with black-eyed peas to celebrate the January 1863 emancipation. This is a good place to pop in the Hoppin' Johns. What is it? Hoppin' Johns?
Hoppin' John.
Which is generally like a rice, pork, and black-eyed peas type thing.
Yeah, it looks disgusting.
It does, but it's so good. I saw something somewhere at one point that it's called Hoppin' Johns. Do you know why it's called Hoppin' Johns?
No.
Maybe called that due to dried peas in French is called Poppy Johns. Okay. Or and when you when somebody that doesn't have an accent like me can't say it correct, it sounds like Hoppin' Johns. So Poppy Johns, spelled like POIS pigeons.
Gotcha.
You eat some kind of green to bring in prosperity or money. Southern traditions state that they can be hung by the door to deter evil. I eat turnip greens. I love turnip greens. Oh, so I'm picky about the turnip greens that I eat, though. Like, I can't eat turnip greens in most restaurants because I have to add so much damn salt. and vinegar to them.
Fair enough, yeah.
But
I think most restaurants that have turnip greens cater to a older clientele than we are, so it's got no flavor because it could give them indigestion.
That's that white people shit.
Yeah.
As I say, as a white person, but I season the shit out of my stuff.
That's unseasoned people.
Right. Lentils are eaten after midnight in Italian households.
I've never had a lentil.
This goes with that round thing that you were talking about. Round shape symbolizes prosperity because it looks like coins. Mm-hmm. Filipino culture uses fruit. 12 different fruits are used to symbolize each month, and they're usually round fruits.
Yeah, like they'll eat like 12 grapes.
Right. Mexico will eat grapes. Pomegranates symbolize fertility and birth in the coming year. No thanks. I don't even really like pomegranates.
I like pomegranate juice.
I don't know that I even really like that.
It's an acquired taste. It's
A
lot.
Scandinavian countries eat herring to bring in good fortune.
Well, thank you.
Herring's a fish, isn't it? Yes. So, that makes sense there.
Yeah.
I don't eat fish. If it swims, I'm probably not going to eat it. There's very little seafood of any type that I'm going to eat. Well, I can deal with crab, a nice crab dip, or even a sushi that's literally just crab and cream cheese with seaweed, maybe a little eel sauce. I can do that. Gator tail, maybe. I like gator tail. Tastes like chicken.
I don't know. There's something about that makes me low-key sad, even though they're killers.
I will tell you, when we went to Disney that year, and was it 2018? Yeah. We stopped at this little hole-in-the-wall place in Daytona.
I got a speeding ticket while y'all were gone.
We stopped in Daytona the day before we went to Disney. And we went to this little hole-in-the-wall place that I for sure thought we were going to get food poisoning from, but it was so good. I feel like we got one of everything on the menu. Shark. So good. Conch fritters. Loved them. But, I can't eat fish. I can eat catfish if it's prepared a certain way, but it's got to be more of the texture like chicken. I like chicken. But I don't... It's a texture thing for me, I think, really.
I can see that, because, a lot of fish has, it's an odd texture, some of it. I like tilapia, personally.
I've tried. I really have tried, because it's healthy.
A little Louisiana fish fry with it. Oh.
That's what we use for our catfish. TJ can fucking fry some catfish, bro. Yeah. But I'm really just here for the hush puppies.
So, yeah.
Cornbread. Oh. From the South. We like that cornbread.
Fun fact, Daniel does not like cornbread.
The fuck is wrong with him? I'm partial to, I will eat any kind of cornbread you put in front of me.
I think if it's a moist one, he likes it.
Why you gotta say that word?
Moist.
Why?
If it's a nice spongy, not a dry consistency.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
He's a lot happier with it.
I like sweet cornbread better than I like regular cornbread.
Me too. There are some folks that don't like it. They said it's like cake.
You want to hear my Southern blasphemy for the day?
What?
I like that Martha White sweet yellow cornbread mix. I don't make it from scratch.
Oh, I only buy mixes. And I usually just get the regular, the Jiffy one.
Oh no. Try that Martha White, bro.
I probably will.
It's so good.
Well, see, the thing is, though, is I fry it up into little patties with diced onions in it.
Nah, girl, just
like my granny used to make.
Cook it in, get that sweet yellow cornbread mix, mix it all together, just like the instructions say. Put it in a cast iron skillet, and just cook it in
I need to do something with mine. Fix it.
We love cornbread in my house. My husband loves it when I make sweet yellow cornbread. That's his favorite thing in the world. Chicken and dumplings and cornbread. Woo! But only when it's cold. He can't eat chicken and dumplings during the summer for whatever reason.
It is a cold season food.
I will eat chicken and dumplings 365 days a year.
I get it.
I love it.
It's like me with soup. I'll eat it anytime.
Right. Good soup. That's all I can think of.
Good soup.
King cakes. So we're gonna come back probably later on, February-ish, and talk about this a little bit more. But king cakes, you may be familiar with those via Mardi Gras, New Orleans. There's usually like some kind of trinket or baby inside that's baked inside the cake, and whoever finds that is supposed to like have good luck for the rest of the year.
Start putting random babies in the little cupcakes.
I've literally never had a king cake, and I've always been curious as to what they taste like.
World Market sells like a box.
I don't want... Oh, it's a box mix. I thought you were about to tell me it was a pre-made cake. I don't want like a pre-made cake. Like, I want somebody to make me a king cake. I might look up a recipe. We might do that. That might be... We might do an episode on Mardi Gras or something and do a king cake. I'll make a king cake and bring it. So, tamales.
Ugh. I love tamales.
I'm not a fan.
I love them. And I, like, every Taco Tuesday, I get a can of tamales. They're not good. They kind of suck.
I'm a white girl.
They're not the good things.
I'm a basic white
I'm
bitch.
A white girl. This is fine. I can eat the whole can.
I mean, I've gotten tamales like one time at like our local Mexican restaurant, but like maybe I just haven't had like homemade.
Oh, I'd love to be able to like try some. I almost thought about making some, and then I was like, that sounds like a lot of work.
I want somebody. So if you know me personally and you know somebody that makes tamales like that are like authentic tamales, Anna, send me the recipe, or if you're local, bring them to me so I can try them. Yeah. This next one, I'm here for it. Soft pretzels bring good luck. I am a sucker for some soft pretzels. Girl, I will go to Auntie Anne's just for a freaking pretzel. Sonic pretzel sticks bring me life.
I love them. And I really like it whenever they give me 2 cheesy dip cups.
I don't even want the cheesy dip cup.
Well, I don't ever use the second one. So I have just extra cheese.
I don't want to dip it in anything. It's so good.
It is good by itself.
I love a good soft pretzel. Like, I will literally never turn one down in any flavor. My downfall, fun fact, my first job growing up was Old Navy in Opry Mills Mall. If you guys are local to Nashville, you know what that is. My first job was Old Navy in Opry Mills Mall. And there's an Auntie Anne's right outside of it. And I spent like a good portion of my paycheck at Auntie Anne's just on freaking pretzels on my 15-minute breaks. I love soft pretzels. Love them. That's the key to your girl's heart is a soft pretzel. But I think that's all I got. Is there any, do you guys have anything that I didn't mention that you guys eat? Mine's pretty much hog jaw, black-eyed peas, and turnip greens. Hoppin' John.
My ex-husband's mom would every year eat Hoppin' John, and all of us were like, "What the fuck is Hoppin' John?" I had never heard of it before her.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like I didn't know what it was, and then I saw a picture of it on the can, and I was like, "That's gross."
No thanks, not for me. I love it.
I'd probably be more apt to try it now because I'm getting a little bit more adventurous with food. But if it's a weird texture, I'm probably not gonna like it.
You are getting more adventurous with food, I will say.
Yeah, I had I've got an extra one over here, but a spicy potato taco from Taco Bell.
Those are so good.
It was so spicy.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm a baby.
You and your baby taste buds.
Hey, I'm only now stepping out of my comfort zone as far as spices goes.
Well.
So,
but yeah.
I have one hot sauce that I like.
You don't do hot wings either. So hot wings are like a nearly every Saturday thing for my family.
I don't do bone-in meat.
You can do like boneless.
Pass a chicken nugget.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like, I mean, I go to Hooters and I get boneless ones 90% of the time just because I don't feel like messing with the bones. But like
the 2 times I've been to Hooters, I've gotten boneless.
That's a chicken. 2 times, and one of those has been with me.
Yeah, No, I've been to Hooters.
2 of those. You've been to...
I've been at least twice with you. But like the second time, I got boneless wings, and when they brought them to me, I was like, if they had served this to anybody else, they'd have sent it back because they were all like crunchy, crispy little bits, and I was like, it's like the chicken gods shined down on me and said, "This bitch, we're gonna give the shitty little crunchy pieces to her because she loves them."
I mean, I'm not mad at it because
I don't know what's wrong with it. I think it's mostly like you heard that TikTok audio that's like, all the food is poison, all the food is poison.
we are obviously on 2 different for yous.
I'm so afraid that the chicken is going to kill me if it's not overcooked.
I get that. I am so worried about that.
I will burn and pork chops.
Literally just me earlier making those cookies. I was like, I'm so afraid I'm going to overcook these cookies, and I totally almost did. But yeah, I get that. Pork chops is a big thing for me.
I'll burn them.
Yeah.
They'll be like little hockey pucks. And I'll wait. I'll put them in the refrigerator, and then I'll eat them cold the next day. They're already cooked. They've already been cooked.
No, they have to be of a certain temperature internally. How do you not have
I don't know how I have not died yet.
Oh my god!
I have so many strange eating habits. But heaven help if that pork chop has a bone in it.
Oh, but yeah, that's all I've got, guys. That about wraps it up. My New Year's traditions are usually centered around my birthdays. My husband's birthday is the day before mine, so it's a pretty busy holiday. Growing up, I thought that like my parents would take me to Gatlinburg every year. Mm-hmm. In case you guys don't know, in case you're not local, Gatlinburg is like the Tennessee vacation spot because it's in the mountains. That's Dolly, and Dolly is from there.
Bringing up TikTok, but it says, I can't believe you'd say that white people don't have culture, and then it's like a tour of Gatlinburg.
I love Gatlinburg. I do. I've been there, done that a million times. But like,
yeah, it's like a nostalgic thing for me. It has turned into some other kind of beast,
right? But
it's still.
Yeah.
I love it. It's Gatlinburg. I'm always going to love Gatlinburg.
But my parents would take us to Gatlinburg every year, right, at my birthday, and there's the Christmas lights and stuff are still up, and like, they'd shoot fireworks and stuff at New Year's, and I always thought that like growing up, I was like, everybody celebrates my birthday because it's New Year's Eve, but like
it's all about me.
Right. But now, I'm older and I'm like,
oh fuck.
But no, it's pretty cool to have like my husband's birthday on the same day or on the day before, and then I've got his niece, my niece, our niece, Kendall. Her birthday is the same day as mine, which is really cool. So now I get to share my birthday with one of my favorite people, even though she's a brat and never talks to me anymore. But that's fine because
absolutely fucking pretty she is. She's so pretty.
She's also a listener of the pod. She loves our pod.
Hi, Kendall.
Hi, Kendall.
I think you're gorgeous.
She's a shit.
And I'm just telling everybody who listens to this podcast how pretty you are.
She's a shit, but I love her. She'll be a whole 20 this year. A whole 20. I can't stand it, but
we're getting old.
I don't even talk about it. But yeah, that's all I got. That is it. Thanks, you guys, for coming to listen. Let us know what you guys are thinking about everything that's going on. You guys have been ridiculously quiet on the Facebook. If you haven't followed us on Facebook, do it. We've got, I think, the Instagram. If you guys can find it, like, send me a message on Instagram.
If you found it, let us know.
We're trying, man. I'm trying so hard with that Instagram thing. And then we've got a Twitter, and literally just today posted our first TikTok. So we're on the TikTok, guys. So if you don't know what we look like, you can put a face with a name. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
That shot hit me. Real quick. But what did I expect from 99 proof? Like, it's 99 sour cherry. I didn't think about it.